America. I'm Erick Erickson, and these are the four things you need to know this afternoon before you get home for December 8th. Up first, Republicans on Capitol Hill are signaling they're at an impasse on a health care plan, and they can't agree to any sort of compromise. Republicans are divided. Senate conservatives and House conservatives do not want to extend any of the Obamacare subsidies, arguing that the subsidy continues to elevate prices and the government's just subsidizing bad ideas. Some of the more moderate Republicans are signaling they'd like to cut a deal with the Democrats in the House of Representatives in order to extend the Obamacare subsidies for up to 2 to 3 years while Republicans work on another plan. The problem is there is no other plan. Republicans have had a number of years to come up with an alternative to Obamacare. They failed to do so, arguing against Obamacare, while Democrats have maintained a united front. There's been no leadership from the White House on this issue either, which have been loath to establish some different sort of health care plan. As a result, we can expect that there will be no health care compromise. Rates will go up. Republicans will be blamed. And that's why there's a related report that about 20 to 23 Republicans are in the process of announcing their retirements from Congress over the next couple of weeks. They see this as serious pain. Also, you should note there are reports that the Democrats are planning on another government shutdown at the beginning of next year. That, however, might backfire on them if Republicans, even though they can't come up with a plan on health care, can unite around opposition to another government shutdown. Up next, Habba has announced she's resigning as acting U.S. Attorney for New Jersey. Now, this comes after federal courts have said she couldn't stay on the job because she was impermissibly appointed by the White House. There is a federal statute governing how U.S. attorneys are appointed, and the White House breached the law on that, which allowed federal judges in New Jersey to appoint a U.S. attorney, and they did not choose Habba. She says she's going to take a role as a consultant for U.S. attorneys around the country with the Department of Justice. This is some sort of vague new role the Trump administration says they are carving out for her. There are no details on it. She sounds defiant, but bottom line is she will not be acting U.S. attorney for New Jersey. The Trump administration intends to launch a $12 billion bailout of American farmers. We're at $39 trillion in national debt, and this is a bailout because of the president's tariff policy. Make no mistake about it. They're trying to blame the Biden administration, but this problem did not exist then. China has promised to buy American crops, particularly soybeans, after this latest round of trade war and tariffs. President Xi Jinping of China said they would actually wind up buying American soybeans. Just the purchases haven't actually materialized. We announced it. They haven't happened, at least to the degree that was claimed. Other countries, likewise, have decided to boycott American farm products because of the tariffs and are buying elsewhere. This has put American farmers in a pinch. To be clear, American farmers don't want a bailout from the federal government. They're taxpayers. They understand they'll be footing the bill ultimately for this. But they would like to trade on the open free market. And President Trump's tariffs have created a not free market that other countries, including China, our biggest purchaser of soybeans, have rejected. And this is causing the American taxpayer, including the farmers, to have to give the farmers back some of their money to the tune of $12 billion at a time we don't have the money to spend, all because of a misguided trade policy from the Trump administration that has caused this. Lastly, the Trump administration is announcing that Illinois is not honoring up to 4,000 detainer requests from ICE for illegal aliens in prison there. Now, I'm going to read for you directly from the press release. Illinois' failure to honor ICE detainers has resulted in the release of 1,768 criminal illegal aliens since January 20th. The crimes of these aliens include 5 homicides, 141 assaults, 23 burglaries, 4 robberies, 24 dangerous drug offenses, 15 weapons offenses, and 10 sexual predatory offenses. There are currently 4,015 aliens in custody of an Illinois jurisdiction with an active detainer. The crimes of these aliens include 51 homicides, 1,134 assaults, 107 burglaries, 36 robberies, 275 dangerous drug offenses, 120 weapons offenses, and 813 sexual predatory offenses. The state of Illinois is refusing to cooperate with ICE to allow those individuals to be deported from the United States. Think about that for a minute. There are 4,015 aliens in custody of an Illinois jurisdiction with an active detainer, many of them with violent crimes related to them, and they will not cooperate with the federal government on the deportation of those individuals. Now, obviously, a number of those criminals should be required to serve prison time in the United States, But at a time the Illinois governor and others are complaining about prison overcrowding, you could very easily get rid of over 4,000 individuals from the prisons, but they would simply rather not cooperate with the federal government on this issue. It's an absurd policy distinguishing factor between the parties that the Trump administration and Republicans could and should use to capitalize on against Democrats. These are the four things you need to know this afternoon. I am Erick Erickson. Please stay informed, please stay engaged, and please keep the faith.